So my brain is terrible, and I forgot that Holly just took headshots of you.
Yeah.
Even though they were very fun and bright and beautiful, and I loved them. So, but my brain was like, oh yeah. God, was I even here when that happened? Was I upstairs in my office, not moving?
You came by for a brief second.
Yeah. So I was upstairs doing my work. So if my worker's listening right now, I was working so hard I didn't even know somebody was here getting their photos taken.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
It sounds about right. So Liz got a hold of me and said, "Hey, we want to come onto the podcast because we got some new cool things going down at Horizon Youth."
Yes.
So what are these new things? Because she made it sound like it's like a whole new board and a whole new leadership and a whole new everything and a whole new plan.
It kind of is.
All right, good. So that's what I wanted to hear because it's been, man, Horizon was on 3.5 years ago.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
It's been a while.
So I don't even, not to be rude to the people who came on, I don't remember who they were. I have no idea.
I think...
I can't remember what I had for dinner, so let alone what I had, who came on 3.5 years ago.
It might be entirely new at this point.
Okay. I didn't know that it flipped over on a regular basis. Does it? Or
Keith Guyon is still on the board. He's been there for a little bit. But yeah, Liz is on year 2, I believe, of her presidency.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely a new person.
And then Tim Barker is our treasurer.
Okay.
Meg Vostel is our secretary.
None of these people are sounding familiar to me. So none of them. So I don't think any of those 3 came on the podcast 3.5 years ago.
Yeah, probably not.
Okay. So it's a totally different feel, totally different setup maybe. Or is it still the same feel?
It's kind of a whole different feel, too.
All right, let's talk about it. Let's get into detail here. So we have Callie, we have Callista, and we have Callista's mom over there who may not say anything the whole time, but I wanted to make sure she felt included. Do you feel included?
I feel included.
All right. See, you didn't think you were going to be on the podcast, and here you are. What's your name again?
Cindy.
Cindy. Okay, I'm going to try to remember everybody's name, but I suck at all this stuff. So, okay, let's talk about Horizon Youth. First of all, what is Horizon Youth?
So the Horizon Youth Theater is a Bowling Green-based educational K-12 theater company.
Oh, you're sounding so proper over there. What is going on? Did you see this? What is going on here? She changed her whole tone all of a sudden. Well, let me tell you about all this. No. If you do that again, I'm going to bust you again.
Okay.
So let's go ahead. Talk normal over there, Callie. Don't be a weirdie.
So we're a youth theater company.
All right. See, I already love the way you're talking. A youth theater company. Okay, in Bowling Green.
Yes, we're Bowling Green based. We do shows in a couple different areas. Right now, our home base theater is in Grand Rapids.
Yes, I heard. I just had Grand Rapids on, and they told me, and I was like, "Oh, hold up, what's going on?"
Yeah, their arts council is amazing to work with, and they allow us to use the hall down there for a venue, and so we do our 3. Well, this will get into our expansion.
Yeah, do you rehearse there too?
We rehearse there and we perform there for 3 shows. That's what we call our main stage series.
Oh, that sounds like a song you're about to break in. That's what we call the main. All right, Callista, and you're somebody important too, aren't you? You didn't just show up here.
Yes, I'm on the student board at HYT, actually.
Student board.
Yes,
okay.
That's one of the new additions, actually.
One of the new additions. Okay, good to know. Okay, so we're going to break it down some more. Go ahead and continue even further. I interrupt a lot, and I'm sorry already.
No, you are fine. So something that we're trying that's new. We always want to make sure that what we're doing is educational, but we also want to try and be a little bit maybe different from what's going on around us, just so that we're providing more opportunities for the area youth.
Okay.
So rather than doing a big main stage, huge musical, we're actually breaking up our season into a bunch of smaller cast shows.
Oh.
All varying ages, so there'll be opportunities for all different ages. But the hope is that with some smaller cast shows, we're able to work a little bit more one-on-one and
nice.
Do some more intensive work.
Are you doing more shows then?
We are. We actually have...
Because if you got smaller cast, that means less opportunities.
So we have
unless you do more shows.
Yeah, so we have 6 shows, and that's not including our student board projects. So we have 3, what we're calling our main stage series. Those are the ones that will take place in Grand Rapids. And then we have 3 elsewhere shows, which are going to take place at other venues.
Oh, to be determined, or do you have an idea of where they're going to be?
We do know where they're going to be. One of them is actually the one we're working on now. Callista is the lead.
What?
And
It's a really cool show.
Of course, the board member, president, or whatever. Yeah, it's all politics there, isn't it?
So the one show we're doing right now is called The Mad Ones, and it is going to take place at the Star Style Theater in the Woodland Mall in Bowling Green.
Star Style Theater in the Woodland Mall in Bowling. Okay, that's cool. I didn't even know they had that there.
Yeah.
The Star Style. Tell me about that place. Should I have them on the podcast?
Yeah.
It sounds like I should.
So it's owned. Did you ever go to the Small? But that's
I
what it
went
was
to
called.
nothing. I went to nothing in the Woodland.
The Woodland Mall when it was hip and happening, back when I was in college.
Yeah,
and,
Bowling Green Mall. Yeah, that's back when
It was like a super cheap movie theater. You could go for like $5
I went to that movie theater.
So
I saw Resident Evil in that movie theater. The original one. What year was that?
I saw How to Train Your Dragon in that theater.
I did too.
Oh, the answer was 2002 is when that movie is. Last time I was there.
2012 was when I started college. So
Gotcha. So How to Train Your Dragon you saw in that theater?
yeah, one of those years.
So much later. So it was still kicking as a regular movie theater for a long time
Yes.
then. Okay.
But it has since the Woodland Mall in general is kind of started fading out is the way that I'll say it.
Yeah, like a lot of malls, unfortunately.
Yeah, but so Julie's Dance Studio is a dance studio that has always owned space in Woodland Mall, and they actually purchased the movie
I think
theater.
Julie's Dance Studio participates in the Bowling Green Holiday Parade.
They
They
do.
sure do.
Yeah,
They sure do.
See, I think I remember that happening.
So they actually purchased the movie theater, and now
Purchased the movie theater?
Yeah, it's a movie.
I need to open a dance studio. I didn't realize there was so much money in dance studios.
But yeah, so now all of the theaters are. There's one theater that became a performance space, has professional lighting, has a screen obviously that's a screen,
Yeah.
and sound system.
So okay, so wait a minute. They bought the whole cinema complex thing.
Yeah.
So all the rooms that were the theater, she has the opportunity then
Yeah.
to convert them into all kinds of spaces.
That's right.
Oh my gosh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. I'd probably move into one and make it my house, honestly, and live in the mall.
Yeah, so that's where one show is going to be, and then our two of our other elsewheres are going to be at the BG First United Methodist Church.
Okay. All right. So those are going to. I think that's kind of cool though too. You guys are kind of pollinating all over the place
Yeah.
then, like a little over here and a little over there, a little over here, so people can see you in all kinds of locations.
and
that is unique.
The goal too is to be a little bit helpful for the parents. We have a lot of our clientele comes from like Pemberville, Eastwood area, so
Okay.
it's hard for them to get to Grand Rapids for every show.
Right.
So having some Bowling Green options kind of helps out the parents as well.
Right. And you are Bowling Green based.
Correct.
Right. So are you still considered Bowling Green based now that you're in Grand Rapids, or are you more Grand Rapids based?
We consider ourselves Bowling Green based. Most of our clientele comes from BG High School, Otsego, Eastwood. We have some Toledo kids who come down, which is always a lot of fun. A couple TSA kids. But
You looked at Callisto and you said that. Right? Where do you come from, Callisto?
I'm at Bowling Green High
Bowling
School.
Green High School. Okay. All right.
I looked at you because I was thinking about Liam.
Yeah.
I said TSA, and I was like, oh, Liam Rogel.
All right. So you guys used to be affiliated with Black Swamp, right?
That was pre me.
Yeah.
So I don't know a lot about that.
That was 3.5 years ago on this podcast, so I know that. You
yeah.
guys did a lot of stuff with Black Swamp, which is in Bowling Green.
Right, correct.
So
They used that space during COVID.
did they?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So Black Swamp still likes you.
Hopefully.
No black blood there. I
Yeah,
guess. Bad
exactly.
blood. All right. So let's talk more. Let's see what we're doing here. So what is it exactly you guys offer there at Horizon Youth? Because I'll go back to when we first had you guys on, and that was my first exposure to Horizon Youth was at OCTA, so Ohio Community Theater Association competition, and I saw that you guys presented that Horizon Youth was there, and I was like, who are those guys?
Yes.
But I was a newbie at the theater, so I didn't know lots of people. But it was kind of cool to see this group of young people out there performing and putting on shows and everything. You guys still doing that?
Yes, actually,
Yes.
we are returning to Octa Junior this year.
Yay!
Yes.
Is that when's that happening? That's happening soon, isn't it?
First weekend of August, right?
All right, maybe I should go to that.
So we're taking our previous fall show from our last season, which was She Kills Monsters.
Oh, really?
It was a really cool
Wow,
show.
you guys did She Kills Monsters?
Yes, we
Look
did.
at you. Still doing real stuff then. All right.
Yeah, we have a pretty exciting, diverse season coming up too.
Yeah.
Some we're breaking some boundaries this
Okay.
year.
Good.
So I'll list our shows really quick for the year. Our 3 main stage shows. We're doing Big Bad Musical for ages 8 to 14, and it's a musical about the big bad wolf on trial.
Okay.
Essentially.
Okay.
That one, the show goes up in November. The next musical is The Little Prince, or I'm sorry, it's a play.
The Little Prince?
Yes, The Little Prince play,
Oh.
not musical, based on the book.
Oh, yeah. I know
That's
that
going to
one.
be ages 8 to 18, so anybody can come out
My
for
kids
that
were in
one.
that one. That's why I know it really, really well.
That'll be going up in Grand Rapids, March.
That's a quality show. If anybody hasn't seen it, that's quality.
It's so
I
good.
can only pimp out the ones I've seen. I don't know the Big Bad Wolf one. Big Bad, what is it called?
Big Bad Musical.
Big Bad Musical. Don't know that one, so I can't pimp it. But I've seen the play, The Little Prince, so I do know that that's a fun show.
Yes. And then
It tugged my heart. So.
our June musical, main stage musical, is going to be for ages 14 to 18, and we're actually doing Be More Chill. So super exciting.
Really?
Yeah, I'm excited.
Be More Chill. Is it the full version?
It is.
The full version of Be More Chill.
We
Not
are
a youth
indeed.
version?
Not the youth version.
All right, I'm going to come to that one too, probably. Okay, what is it? And do you know where that one's going to be?
That won't be in Grand Rapids at the town hall.
Okay, at the town hall, not at the church.
No. The, one, the 2 that are going to be at the church are 2 elsewhere shows. Cassie Greenlee is directing Much Ado About Nothing. So the Shakespeare, that one will be in December, ages 11 to 18. And then our other elsewhere is called Reckless.
Reckless.
It's a little bit of a cult classic. That one is going to be for ages 14 to 18
I think I've heard of Reckless also.
Yeah, it'll be a good one. That'll go up in May.
Okay, so here's the deal. Anybody listening to this podcast that wants to go see Be More Chill with me, I want to go.
Yes.
Okay, so you can get a hold of me directly because I don't know whoever wants to go with this with me. So I don't want to go to a show by myself if I don't have to. So if anybody wants to go with me, just message me. I will go. Otherwise, I will go by myself. But if you want to go by yourself and don't have anybody to go with, I'm your guy.
Yes,
just get a hold
absolutely.
of me.
We can
I
have.
wanna go.
We can just do stage door night. We can just have whole rows.
Don't just stop. Just stop with that. But yes, I will. I'm trying to recruit all the guys. I want to get Ron to go see shows with me that he wouldn't normally
I love
see.
Ron.
And I'm like, no, Ron, you need to come see this inappropriate show with me. And he's like, I don't know, man. I'm a
I
little
need to
scared.
show you. I'm going to show you a video later. I have a secret video of Ron dancing backstage during
Yeah?
Hunchback.
During Hunchback, he's such a wholesome guy, but I want to take him to Heather's.
Oh, he was like breakdancing backstage.
I believe it. But Maggie Titus is doing Heather's, and he loves Maggie. And I'm like, well, you should come. I want to go see. You should come with me. So I'm trying to get him to go out there and do these things. So I'm like, Ron, it's not like you haven't heard those words before in your life. Come on, man.
Exactly.
You're like 105. You've heard all the words already. All right, relax. So I want to hear Calista talk some more. So you're on the board of all these good.
I'm on the student board.
Okay, what's that entail?
So basically, anyone who's 13 and up is able to join as long as they've done at least one show with HYT. And it's just an opportunity for students to get more involved in the decision making. So we actually got a little bit of input, and we were able to help decide some of the shows for our season this year. So that was a lot of fun.
Oh.
And we also have student board projects, which is where we get to voice our ideas and opinions for the next season on what we can do to help HYT grow.
Wow. So you guys actually are not just bystanders on everything. You actually get to be involved and included.
Yes, it's so much fun.
That is the youth theater where youth actually get to be a part of the whole process.
Exactly. And that's like HYT's whole message is like the educational purposes and building the community. It really does feel like family there.
That's awesome. So that is not changed from the last time.
Oh no, that's one of the things that stayed the same. Definitely.
Yeah, that is one of those when the people came on before. They were preaching at and educating and getting you guys to not just be performers who take orders, but rather to be people who are going to participate in the entire theater process. Mm-hmm. So do you do other stuff besides just perform and be the star of the shows? And pick shows out apparently too.
Well, you just did one of our recent successful student board projects. Tell them a little bit about that.
Student board projects.
So one of the things that we started out doing was when we voice our opinions, we have the opportunity to have a project go up. And some of those, last year I got a group of students to go and sing for residents at Heritage Corners,
I already love
which
this.
is one of the assisted living cares in Bowling Green. And so we were able to perform for them, and that was a lot of fun. And this year we actually have some new ones. I proposed a newsletter so that people can be able to be updated and everything stays organized. And so everybody knows about our mainstream season and everything.
Like a digital newsletter that gets emailed out to everybody
yes.
that I should be signed up for,
Exactly.
obviously?
And you can learn more about that at the HYT website on how to join
HYT.
Yeah, plug that, girl.
What is it?
Plug that.
Yeah. What is the website?
HorizonYouthTheater.org.
Okay, .org. HorizonYouthTheater.org. Good job. You're like amazing at your job already. Over there. I can see why you're on the
you.
board doing this stuff. So you're gonna. So the thing is so sign up for that, and then everybody will get updated on whenever you guys are doing something cool, which I'm sure includes auditions and show dates and all that.
Yes,
Good jazz.
and it involves like senior spotlights and stuff to help you to get to know other members of the community.
Okay, well, cool. Only seniors though. The seniors in high school spotlight, I assume, right?
Yes, we're going to have a lot of seniors next year, or this year, I guess now.
Yeah, it's already about that time. It's July 10th, I think it is. We're recording
Yes.
this. Yeah. So that's
that'll
really
be a
cool, though.
Cool experience for us. And some of the other projects, we've started a student-led show. So we have students opportunities not just in acting, but in directing and stage managing. And this production is going to be Just So Stories. And
Just So Stories is what is going to be the student-led production.
Yes.
Okay.
And this was Xander Sand's idea, and he's going to be the lead director on this, but I think we're getting other students involved as well in the directing process.
Nice. And how do they learn about being directors and stuff at this place? They just, is this part of the deal at Horizon? You guys are teaching them all this stuff?
Yeah, so a lot of it currently is a lot of just word goes around with kids and their friends. At our big cabaret, we did a big announcement of the season, which helped. And then with Callista starting the newsletter, we also do a lot with our social media accounts. So our Instagram is at horizon.youth.theater.
But you teach them there, though, right?
Oh, yeah,
That's what I mean.
absolutely.
That's what I was trying to get at here.
Yeah,
So,
and-
okay. So they don't just, I need more about Horizon Youth. Let's hear about more of what
Yes.
you guys do. What do you guys
So-
offer? What do you guys do? I mean, you're not just putting on shows.
Correct.
That's what I wanted to hear. I mean, because you're not just a normal community theater that is putting on shows. So normal community, I say normal, would be you audition for the show, you get cast in the show, you show up for the show, you do the show. Done.
Right.
But that's not you guys.
No, so we do that and a whole lot more.
Yes, I want to hear the whole lot more part.
So in addition to letting students direct and whatnot, they would have an advisor from the board to help them out in planning and
I would
teaching
hope so
that.
because I wouldn't know squat about being a director. I show up when you guys start. How old are you when you do these things?
I think 8 is usually
8?
the youngest.
All right, so 8 years old, you show up and you're told you're a director now.
Well, in order to be one of our student directors, you have to be on the board, which means you have to
Yes.
be older and you have to have done
13 and
shows
up.
with us. And then you have to go through a proposal process. as
There we
well.
go. See all this. So to be on the board, you got to do all kinds of stuff to get onto the board, probably too. You don't just get selected, I assume.
Yes, there's a whole application process.
Yeah. See, so you have to show initiative and drive and want to even be considered to be on the board, and then another step to even be considered to be a director of these shows.
Exactly.
So you're going to have to show some gumption and some knowledge and some want to, or else you're not going to do it. Right? I
Right.
mean, it's kind of a huge responsibility to do these kinds of things, and those who take it on get rewarded.
Yeah,
Exactly.
So
definitely.
Alice Walters directed the student-led show last year, but before that, she shadowed Keith Guyon with the Little Kid production from the year
Yes.
before. So they have that experience to work with someone before they dive in.
Gotcha. Alice Walters, any relation to Bob Walters?
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
That's
See, I knew him from way back when. He's like 21 now, probably now.
Yeah, he's working in Disney World now.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah.
What's he doing at Disney World?
Sound. And
Oh,
Yeah,
my
he has
God.
an internship there, I think.
yeah, he just graduated with his tech degree from OU.
Look at that.
It's insane.
Look at that. All started at Horizon.
Yep.
Yes,
No, I'm not kidding. It
definitely.
probably
It
did.
all started with
It
Horizon.
did.
I am not kidding when I said that because I saw Bob perform at Octa.
Yes.
So I seen all those things, and they were just little wheeze, and now he's off being a big deal at Disney.
Yep, we have
Yes.
another.
That's amazing.
One of our other alumni is just got her master's in Shakespeare out in Virginia. Another one is about to be a Disney princess, singing and performing.
If there's some Horizon Youthy people out there doing some cool stuff, I want to know about them so I can bring them on. Because I would love, you listen to the podcast and you see I love to feature and spotlight people from the area doing this as a career and anything that's going on.
Absolutely.
So
I can definitely
it sounds like Mr. Walters is somebody I would need to have on because I lost track of him. Last time I saw him, he's wearing like a little fedora hat. I don't know what's going on.
He retired the fedora.
What?
Yes. I know.
He can't do that. That was his whole icon right there.
He switched hats. It's a
switches
newsboy
after-
hat now, right?
Yes, it is. And I think he switches after 12 years. Isn't that?
I guess.
And
It was a big
hosted
social
hat
media
switching
event.
party.
He had a
That
ceremony.
is so weird that I brought that up and I didn't have any idea that it was a big deal.
It was a huge deal, yeah.
Yes.
So he
definitely.
switched it up. So when he's 24, he's switching it again. Is that what you're saying?
No, I think longer.
It's like
Longer. Okay.
It's a very long time.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool. I could totally just derailed everything here. I forgot what we were even talking about. But he learned all this stuff. So you guys have classes there. So an 8-year-old doesn't show up and get handed a director's
Correct.
job.
Yes.
Okay.
In addition to our shows, something that we do to educate is we have summer workshops and winter workshops where they can kids can sign up to do playwriting classes or improv classes, or I'm getting ready this year to do a vocal health based class.
Oh, that's great. A vocal health.
Yeah. So, or we do, we do also do like mini performances with a couple of our camps. Like right now with the BG Parks and Rec, we're doing a Magic Treehouse show. Pirates Past Noon is one of our summer camps.
So once again, it's another little outreach. Parks and Rec,
Yep, we partner up with the Parks and Rec department for our summer camps.
just like the show.
And then our winter workshops, we partner with the BG Community Center.
Okay. See, so again, you are BG still
Yeah.
based. See, you're touching all these different communities. Then it sounds like Grand Rapids, Bowling Green. What was the other one you said? I already forgot. Methodist, Pemberville.
Yeah.
You said the Methodist church that you're doing. Where's that located?
In BG.
In
In BG, so you're still doing the BG stuff right there. So you
Yeah.
have these classes. So they go, they show up.
Yeah, and there's so many options. Really, there's music, there's theater, there's directing, there's acting, there's monologues, there's
Behind the scenes.
behind the
scenes stuff, yeah.
So there's always usually between 6 and 8 different classes that.
When do you sign up? Can they come in like any time and sign up, or is it like a certain time that they have to do it?
Our summer camps have already started, so it's too late for this year for summer camps.
Well, it is July.
But
something. It's middle of July.
in the fall, like the October, November is when we'll start signing up for our winter workshops, which haven't all been announced yet. But then those will start up in January.
Can they show up now anyway, though? I mean, no, for real. Could they show up and get like maybe a little discount or something because they're only there for like a couple months?
That would be a question for our treasurer. and
Because what if they're
president.
ready now? They're ready now, and they want to get in there now. But and they're hearing this podcast, and they're like, "Oh, I want to do it now." But then they're like, "Oh, I can't do it until September," and then they just forget because they're me, and I just forget everything. And then it's like, crap, I missed the September one now too, and then I missed the next one. I'm not very good at remembering
I mean, if there's
things.
somebody listening who's super excited about getting involved, we can absolutely talk about potentially joining a summer camp a couple weeks late, and
Yeah.
just for the experience.
Yes, just to get in there and get them hooked. I
Yeah.
want them hooked.
Exactly.
I want
We're
'em hooked,
doing-
Kelly. I want them in there, and I want them to see this stuff. Especially if they're late, then they're going to see the madness that is Horizon Youth and all the stuff that they are doing and learning, and they're going to feel like, oh man, I missed out. I should have been here earlier and done this stuff. you
Yeah.
know? And plus they can always sign up for Callista's newsletter too.
Exactly.
And then
And then
not
they'll be
miss.
updated
and then
on
not
everything.
miss when something's happening. Exactly. But I just want to get them hooked. I don't want them to slip through the cracks and forget because I know I would forget.
Same. Our goal, one of our goals is through the educational process is to hook a kid as young as possible and then nurture them
Heck
until
yeah.
until they graduate. And then
Yeah.
they fly off and do
Definitely.
great things like Bob Walters is.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there you go. So they'll come in, and so somebody signed up for this year, and then what would they expect to feel? What would they see? What would they do when they first show up?
So, I mean, it depends on if they're doing a workshop or they're doing a show. But really the big thing that we strive is to have a very inclusive and compassionate community. So they'll be welcomed in, no matter which person they're working with, no matter what group they're with. They will
How
feel
do they
included.
pick, though, a workshop or a show? How do they know?
That's just going to be based on their interest. I mean, maybe
They're little kids. They don't have any interest. They're 8 years old. They don't know. Their parents are going to tell them to do something.
I don't know. Maybe an 8-year-old sees Hamilton and they say, I want to sing. And then they do a music one. And then the next time around, they do an acting one. Or other way around. Maybe somebody comes and sees The Little Prince later in the year. And then they were like, I want to act and be funny.
All right, Cindy, how old was Callista when you signed her up?
Callista started at age 9, and
At
then
9.
my younger daughter started at age 7.
At 7. Oh, somebody cheated. Okay.
Just a little bit.
She was advanced for her age. Exactly. So how did you find out about them, and why did you put her into what's going on? Did you pick her in a workshop or a show or?
My first show was Silly Goose in
Silly
2018.
Goose, I already love
Yes,
it.
I was goose number 2, I think.
Of course.
I don't fully remember how we found out about
We
it.
found out about it through the library at that time.
Okay.
And they were hosting like
The Wood
previews-
County Library?
Wood County Library. They were hosting previews of shows. Cassie Greenlee, who's one of our directors at HYT, she works at the library, and we were just library regulars. And Callista was theatrical. She was also very loud. And so she sang an awful lot, and I was like, you know what? You need an outlet.
Yeah, please get out of my house. I know.
But I think like now that HYT has connected with BG Parks and Rec, BG Parks and Rec puts out a whole flyer online
Okay.
of all their activities. So their swim classes, their nature classes, and that so
And
those
theater's
parents that
in
are
there,
just
yeah.
looking and flipping through their flip book now can see the option of theater or musical theater.
The arts
or
in
all
general,
the
yeah.
other-
That's how my wife discovered the arts. She was doing cheerleading and doing all these things. And then one time her mom found something and was like, well, there's this art thing. Let's send her to that. And bam, she became an art passionate, loving it. And that was it. That was the end of it. She stopped doing all the softballs and stopped doing all those other things. And that wasn't for her. And bam, she became an art. But
Yeah, I
she
think
didn't know
Horizon
about
Youth
it.
Theater has increased their visibility
Yeah.
Yes.
by these
definitely.
community connections and their
Yeah,
online
I-
presence.
And their podcast visits,
Yeah, one of one of the other cool things is that, which is kind of unique, is that because I taught for so long and I'm still involved with a lot of school theaters, is that I send them out as the outreach coordinator. I send them all of our information to give out to their classes,
Awesome.
which helps. And then of course, people who are on Facebook know about the Toledo Theater Exchange,
Yes.
which often stage door gets shared on there all the time.
They
So-
do?
Well, they do,
Oh,
yeah.
I've been trying not to post my own stuff in there. I don't want to be obnoxious.
But so we try and make our online presence just as big as our word of mouth presence. But that also helps too. Whenever the kids are having fun, they go back and they tell their friends, and then
Yeah.
they bring a friend to the next show.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff though that if you're in these other newsletters and stuff with the Arts Council and things. What's it called again?
It's Bowling Green Parks and Recreation.
Bowling Green's Parks and Rec. So you're touching a group of people who don't know about you.
Mm-hmm.
It's one thing to be in the theater exchange, to the theater exchange. Well, people know theater. They love theater. They're aware of it. But there are kids out there that are in the Parks and Rec that had no idea, or parents had no
Exactly.
idea that you existed. And all of a sudden they're like, hold up, what is this? Again, back to my family because it's all about me. But the same thing kind of happened with my family. And that was when Gabriel was real little. It was my wife said, hey, how about this acting thing? Would he be interested in that? That she saw from Children's Youth Theater. And if she hadn't seen that, somehow, I don't even know how she saw it. I'm a bad husband, didn't ask. But somehow she saw this and was like, let's do this. And I'm like, yeah. Because at that point in time, we were a sports family. We were doing t-ball. We were doing soccer. We were doing all these things. And we weren't thinking about acting and dancing and singing.
And-
so it's great that they're on these different things.
And something great about Horizon Youth Theater too is that we encourage children to do everything.
Yes.
Like please, one of our returning actors runs cross country. Callista also
I run cross country too.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we make sure that if you're in band or if you're in a sport or if you're in quiz bowl, that we're working with you and making sure that if you need to miss for other things, we want to make sure that we're educating not just in theater but the whole child. So,
yeah, that's great. Those are two different things though. Cross country and theater.
Yes,
I feel
they're
like-
definitely very different, but they both require endurance. So.
There you go. It's just one is a alone running by yourself discipline. Another one is working with all kinds of people. I feel like, am I wrong about cross country? Is it not alone? I feel like you run and it's you against
You definitely have personal goals, but having a good team definitely helps.
There you go. I'm not a cross country person. What do I know about cross country? So there is a team involved. Okay. So, but I love that you guys have these classes. And then there's people who come in as a performer like you did with your Silly Little Goose Show.
Yes.
What was it called?
Silly Goose.
Silly Goose. Okay. Silly Goose Show. And you and Mom probably just thought you were going to be a tap dancing star and all kinds of stuff at that point in time.
Calissa's not a dancer.
Oh. I'm thrown under the bus. There
I saw
go.
you look at me and I was like, it's okay.
She's like, save me. He's asking me about dance. But but you were going to be a performer. But then from there, you've done a lot more.
Yes, definitely.
What made you do that? What made you say, I want to do more?
Well, at first, when I first joined HYT, I had thought it was just theater, just acting, and then I started finding out about their musicals, and then slowly people were like, oh, you should join the student board, and now with like the new programs that we're incorporating, there's so many more opportunities for kids to not only be a performer, but to learn to direct, or to learn to work the lights, or be the run crew behind the scenes. It's really cool to see how it's grown.
Those are new programs?
They're not fully new, but
How did
we're
Bob
like
get to where he was if they were new programs? Some of these had to be around.
They're not new programs. We always make sure that for every show we're doing that we have the youth working in every single aspect. So it's not just the adults doing the lights and stuff, but we have students who are pulling all the sound cues. We have students who are designing our lights, who are running our lights. It's like a theater school,
sounds like to me.
Yeah, yes, basically.
Yeah. And if you are listening and you are somebody in the community of BG or Wood County, really anywhere, and you're interested in being one of our partners,
Pearisburg's right there too.
Yeah, please reach out. We would love to, partner up with more and more organizations to do, whether it's performances or camps or
it sounds like you'll actually make a road trip and visit some of these people maybe and do some little performances like you did with the, what was that place again? Did you sang for the
Heritage?
Oh yeah, Heritage Corners
like for
Assisted
them,
Living.
like that. It's like you showed up for probably an hour or whatever and just did some stuff for them, and I'm sure it was greatly appreciated by the residents of the community.
They loved it.
Yeah, I did that when I was in high school, and it was like some of the best stuff I did because the people were just like, "This is the greatest day today."
I know, it's so cool to see their reactions.
Yeah, it was. It was like I didn't even know how great this was going to be. Thanks for coming. And I'm like, no, I'm glad I showed up today.
So we have something else that we added this year for if you're somebody who maybe doesn't have time for a whole show or a whole 6-week camp. Do you want to talk a little bit about our monthly table reads?
Yes, we actually just started those up. I think the first one is tonight. Right now.
Oh, everybody in unison.
Yes, it started about like 30 minutes ago, but it's through BG Art Space, and this was one of our student board projects as well. It's so that you were talking earlier about how kids don't really know what show they want to get involved to, or how do they know what they want to do.
Yeah, how do they know they want to be working the board at Disney sometime? They didn't
exactly.
know that, yeah.
So with the table reads, they're able to read through a script. So we choose one beforehand, and then they read through it, and we pick parts, and we go through each little individual section. It's usually a shorter show, so that we're able to expand like our repertoire, I guess.
Yeah, this is huge. Table reads are huge.
Exactly.
They are a big thing. In fact, a lot of shows, that's how you start off with shows too, is you either start with the music, you start singing the music, and then you do a read through or whatever. It's like, these are big deals. So if you want to get into theater and you want to do this stuff, reading and getting into the characters at the time, whether you realize it or not, are going to be a big deal.
Exactly,
you just watch Little Women, okay? They sit there and read their little papers and they do the whole play right then and there.
I love Little Women.
I know. I try and bring it up every show if I can because I love it. So
we did that one a couple of years ago. Callista was our Amy.
I was Amy, and I was
Amy
a troll.
You were a troll?
Yes.
Is one of the characters that she played in Little Women?
Yes, it was in one of Joe's stories.
One of Joe's stories, yes.
Amy portrays a troll.
Oh, wow. So lots and lots and lots of stuff going on down in Bowling Green, Ohio / Grand Rapids / wherever else you said.
Yes, absolutely.
I would pipe in and say that HYT does a good job of creating mentorships between the older kids and the younger kids.
Oh, nice.
So we have a neighborhood family that did their first show with the Children of Eden musical that we just put on.
Nice.
And the one daughter really wanted to perform. So she got in there and I was like, well, the other two can also participate. So they became part of stage crew. And I think both groups of kids felt very mentored by the older kids, and they fell in love. And I'm pretty
Nice.
sure they're all going to be theater kids now.
That's a huge
They've all
compliment
found
to
their own
Horizon
space.
Youth. Yeah, but that's huge because
Yeah.
you just said you wanted to be a welcoming environment. So when
Exactly.
they show up, they don't feel like they're ostracized at all, that they are included and people are there to just help them.
Right.
Having those older ones is huge too.
Yeah.
That don't suck.
'Cause
Those
we-
kids, you got to have really good older people that come to podcasts and talk about it. you
Yeah,
know?
we just want to make sure that when we say we're educational theater, it doesn't just mean that we're teaching the kids how to be in theater, but we're teaching them how to be good human beings too.
Okay.
So we're teaching.
So they're not showing up and sitting in desks.
correct.
Okay, that's a problem. I mean, that would be disheartening if I showed up for, hey, I'm going to be educated in theater, and I'm actually like really educated in theater. I might be like, oh no. So is it really hands-on these classes when they show up then?
Oh, definitely.
yeah, for
100%.
Okay, no desks.
I mean, only if you're writing something down, I
if
guess.
you're, like,
But
Okay.
Doing one of our writing
but you'll
workshops.
be up and working around. Yeah, I was gonna say unless you're doing a script writing workshop, which probably
Oh,
involves a
well,
desk.
yeah. I mean, but so if somebody's, 10 years old and shows up and wants to do these classes and they say, we're going to do a education thing, they're not going to sit there and say, okay, word number 1 is sitzprobe. Sitzprobe means this. And okay, here's your definitions and how to spell it. Nothing like that.
I think the only one that might be like that is we do have an intro to act or like an intro to theater. And I think one of the many, many things they cover is like, here's what a script looks like and that sort of thing. But that's not the whole
Just
But
experience.
so
not
that's-
sitting in the classroom and doing.
No, you're going to be up and
No,
learning about
definitely
how to move
Okay,
and how to
good. You're not
use
going
your
to bore them to death
space.
is what I'm mostly concerned about.
No.
Oh, no.
I don't want them to show
You
up
come to
and.
HYT to have a good time.
That's what I wanted to hear. That's what I wanted to hear. You
my
got
young-
DJs there playing, waka waka and stuff the whole time.
Maybe for Be More Chill.
And when we did Lightning Thief, we had DJ Cerberus.
We did.
DJ
You're
Cerberus.
right. We did.
I don't know what that is. That's already cool sounding.
But my youngest daughter's doing the 3-week workshop right now, the Magic Treehouse one. And there's 4 kids in that have never done HYT before. And so they spent the first couple of days doing theater games, which
Okay.
Yes, it was like a get to know you icebreaker activity, but we
Gotcha.
still incorporated the theater into it. So they were like,
Are they
doing-
little? Are they little kids or are they?
what's the age
17.
range on that? It goes up to 12. So I think it's
I think
6 to 12.
I think that one's 6
Yeah.
to 12.
Okay,
yeah.
so the games are good then for the little ones to really
Yeah,
get
and it's
comfortable.
like
They do like
Improv
a little
games.
improv games, or they do zip zap zop, all the
Zip, zap,
fun
zop?
things. Zip zap zop.
I don't
The,
know
like
what that
hand
means.
motions.
It's the quintessential theater
yes,
game.
it's
Oh,
very
well,
cool.
I didn't do theater games. I played football. So what is zip zap zup?
Gotta do your research.
This is my first time doing a podcast, so come on. What is this zip zap zoop thing?
It's an energizer.
Yeah, and it kind of gets you focused and dialed in to get ready to start the day. You can't repeat it. Someone will go zip, and when you're pointed to, you have to go to the next.
You have to say
word.
Shazam or something? What do you do?
Zip, and then the next person would go zap, and then zop.
And zig and then zag? Anything like that? None of those are things?
That's for the
No.
advanced kids.
Yes, it's very advanced.
That'd just be for me because I'd forget what the words were. Wow. What else you got going on there? Anything? I don't want to forget anything.
So yeah, we talked about our summer workshops, our winter workshops, our shows for the year.
So you do workshops year round, sounds like.
Yeah, it's not year round. It's usually like a 6 or an 8 week workshop in the summer, and then in the winter we'll do different offerings.
And the shows will kind of like offset that and be in the workshop off periods.
Gotcha. So you're doing the shows, and when you're not doing the shows, you're doing workshop. When you're doing the workshops, you're doing shows.
Yeah,
Yes,
for the most
pretty
part.
much.
Although now that we've expanded and added 6 shows, there might be a little bit of overlap in some sections.
Gotcha.
But the age ranges are different for everything.
And a lot of these
so-
rehearsals are at the Woodland Mall?
Oh, no. This is just the Mad Ones is our current show, and that's where we're rehearsing because we're in Elsewhere.
Gotcha.
Going up at the Star Style. So.
And then you have summer rehearsals at Grand Rapids.
Yeah, so our main stage happens at
So you
Grand
guys have a
Rapids.
lot of keys, though, different places you got to
Yes.
open up to.
And the BG Parks and Rec stuff is right
Yeah.
at the Bowling Green City Park.
Gotcha. So lots of keys on a ring that you have to walk around trying to, no, not this key, though. This
Yes.
one. I got so many keys to get into these places. So, all right. Well, I want to thank you for coming on, Callista.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Oh
it.
yeah, thank you for having us.
All right. Well, thanks. Bye.
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 All right.